The Nebraska Independent, Lincoln, Nebraska, September 6, 1900. Another missing link. Prehistoric giant found in Arizona, near Flagstaff. Legends among the Native American tribes of Arizona and northern Mexico are filled with tales of a race of giants who once lived on the mesas. Scientists, however, say that prehistoric humans were small, hairy creatures who bore a closer resemblance to monkeys than to modern people. The theory of evolution, also called Darwinism, supports this belief. According to scientists, the hilts of Bronze Age weapons are too small to be firmly grasped by the hands of people alive today, and the armor from that era is also too small for modern men. But the discovery of a prehistoric skeleton in the Grand Canyon of the Colorado River, if it can be authenticated, would challenge all of these scientific arguments. 40 miles from Flagstaff, Arizona, a guide named Hull reportedly discovered the petrified skeleton of a man whom he estimated to have stood at least 17 feet tall. Hull was led to the tomb of this giant human by an elderly Native American. The skeleton lay face down on a shelf beneath a projecting rock, with the right arm extended. The left leg was missing, while the right leg had been broken off at the knee. The right foot was found wedged in a crevice nearby. Over time, lime water dripping onto the body had turned it into stone, preserving the outlines of the body perfectly. Hull did not turn the fossil over or make any precise measurements. He and the elderly Native American studied the stone skeleton for about 10 minutes, then returned to the trail. Nearby, Hull discovered perfect footprints of the giant, imprinted in stone. The distance between the prints showed a stride of at least 5 feet, which suggests a height of about 10 or 11 feet, less than the original estimate. When Hull returned to Flagstaff, Arizona, scientists dismissed his story, and his friends laughed at him. Since then, Hull has not visited the skeleton again, fearing ridicule. Although he stands by his account and says he is willing to guide any scientist to the site to prove or disprove the discovery, for now, his story remains interesting if true. There are, however, many other claims of giant human remains. In Peru, travelers have reported finding gigantic human skulls at a location called Chancall, which is 30 miles north of the city of Lima. Some say a tribe from this race of giants once lived on the island of Puna, which is in the Gulf of Guayaquil. Their skulls and weapons are said to be kept at the Smithsonian Institution. In addition, the indigenous people of the Yucatan region have a legend of a giant named Navapache, who would trip late-night travelers by lying down across the trails. This story brings to mind a legend one of my viewers once shared. She explained that she was from a reservation in New Mexico, where her community had an enduring mythology about the giant of Black Mesa. I looked up the story, and this is what I found. The legend of the giant of Black Mesa in New Mexico is rooted in indigenous oral traditions, particularly among the Hopi, Moqui people. These stories tell of a time when giants roamed the mesas and terrorized the people, only to be outwitted and defeated by a clever young brave named Lolomi, with supernatural aid from a horned toad spirit. According to the legend, Lolomi received magical armor and tools from the horned toad that made him invincible, and he used strategy rather than brute strength to drive the giants backward until they fell from the edge of the mesa, plunging to their deaths. The site of these defeats was said, in the old stories, to be called the Giant's Fall, and the people would heap rocks over the places where the giant's remains lay buried. It would be fascinating if someone could locate the general area where the giant of the Grand Canyon or the giant of Black Mesa is said to have fallen and died. Discovering that site could reveal intriguing findings. That's it for this episode. Thanks for watching. Keep camping and exploring the mysteries of our world.